GameStop has just released its best earnings report since 2018. The stock exploded to $31, up 15% in after hours, and I do believe this is just the beginning for both GameStop and AMC stock. But before I do get into why I believe that, make sure to go down and subscribe if you guys are new to the channel, because I do update you guys on GameStop and AMC stock every single day. So as soon as GameStop released its earnings, it dropped all the way down to $26. From $26, it hit a high of $31 in after hours, and right now it's chilling up 6% at $28.70. It is moving like crazy right now, but I do believe we will open up green tomorrow morning. With the amazing news that just came out, I believe this is just the beginning for GameStop stock. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. I'm not telling anyone to buy, sell, or hold. This is just my personal opinion, but fear is a tool, which is a quote from one of Roaring Kitty's videos. Fear is a tool, and that is exactly what they were using these past 2 trading days. We saw GameStop climb from $29.80 in the beginning of the week all the way down to $26.85 where it hit a low today. Today, GameStop closed down 3.5%. Really on no negative news. The bears wanted you to think that it was going to be another crappy earning. There was articles coming out saying that GameStop was more than likely going to fall on earnings just based on the past. And even I myself thought that, hey, GameStop has dropped on every single earnings. Maybe it might drop again. I don't know. I did write 3 weekly GameStop calls going into earnings. So hopefully GameStop does open up green tomorrow so I could take some profit on those. AMC has had somewhat of a bounce with GameStop. It's up only 1% in after hours. It hit a high of like $4.54 in after hours. So in my last video, I did draw this ascending parallel channel, but it was drawn differently. I had drawn it out something like this. But obviously, since AMC broke down another day of being red, it does make more sense to draw this ascending parallel channel like this. So yes, I did make a mistake drawing that ascending parallel channel, but I believe this could really be the key one. This one has already hit 3 different times previously. The first one being at $4.03, bounced up all the way to $4.60, back down to $4.18, up to $4.86, all the way down to $4.25. Then it went all the way to $5.19. And then obviously we came back down, retested that upper trend line. Then it freaking had a god candle because of Roaring Kitty. Now we came all the way back down to this previous trend line at $4.35 where we hit a low today. I did buy some more $5 calls today for AMC, and I do believe we will bounce off this trend line. Once again, not financial advice. You guys do your own due diligence before investing into any stock. Me personally, I do have my money on the line. I am balls deep right now in AMC calls, balls deep right now in GameStop calls. It is go time in my opinion. Now let's go ahead and get into the GameStop earnings right now. So GameStop disclosed no more dilution anticipated for the rest of the year, which is really only 3 more weeks. But that could be huge, because if we do get a huge run this month, if GameStop goes to $50, $60, Ryan Cohen isn't going to dilute there, and it can go higher. Roaring Kitty knows this. Roaring Kitty is looking at this, and he might be saying, you know what, it might be go time. No more dilution for these next 3 weeks, which is what they said. They might squeeze it. They really might squeeze it for us retail investors. So GameStop reported profitability for this quarter. They have $4.6 billion in cash and will not be conducting another share offering in 2024. Obviously, AMC did do this share offering, but they haven't sold these 50 million shares yet. So it's not what everyone's thinking, At first, I was like, oh, they sold the 50 million shares, we're screwed. No, I believe AMC did this in preparation to raise a lot of capital, because Roaring Kitty just tweeted with Roaring Kitty back. Obviously, last time it sent AMC from $2.90 to $13. So in my opinion, AMC is getting ready for a squeeze. Just because they announced that 50 million share offering doesn't mean we can't see 100, 200% day. Just be cautious is all I'm saying with AMC, especially if you're in call options, take profit no matter what. So GameStop has reported a net income of $17.4 million for the third quarter of 2024, reversing from a net loss of $3.1 million in the same period last year. So last year, GameStop lost $3 million in this third quarter. This year, there's an income of $17.4 million, which is a huge Huge difference, guys. I mean, Roaring Kitty is probably jacked to the tits right now and extremely excited, and I wouldn't doubt if he does come back this week. As you guys know, this was Roaring Kitty's last post. It was a time cover from 2006, and I believe December 12th, this week, Time is going to reveal the person of the year. They are going to have a person of the year, and you know, the chances of it being Roaring Kitty are pretty slim. But can you just imagine? I believe they already have a list. You know, Kamala's on there, Donald Trump, all these people, Elon Musk. But could you imagine if they just randomly say, oh yeah, Keith Gill is the person of the year? What do you think would happen then? That's just something that could possibly happen. Obviously, more than likely not going to happen. But it's going to be interesting to see who's the person of the year for the Time magazine this year. This guy said, let's freaking go. Congrats to all holders. Up 10% and counting now. And bears close out all those puts at market open tomorrow and truly quick off the squeeze. So right now, bears are thoroughly crapping their pants. People that are short on GameStop, they are going to close out of their positions first thing in the morning. If they add more to their position, they're flat out retarded. That's just all I gotta say. Obviously, if they do cover their calls, they're gonna have to buy back these shares at a higher price, sending GameStop even higher. I believe when Roaring Kitty posted this, you know, the Time You Cover magazine, he was talking to the shorts that said they covered back in 2021, but a lot of people do believe that they never covered. And I believe Roaring Kitty believes this too. Obviously, no one knows if they really covered. They said they did back in 2021. A lot of them went bankrupt, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's all just one theory at the end of the day. White Rabbit said, everyone point and laugh at Seeking Alpha. So Seeking Alpha has been the #1 news article source that keeps coming out with these crappy GameStop articles. They posted today, watch out below, GameStop is tipped to fall after earnings based on historical precedent. Obviously, I did go over it on my videos as well, that usually GameStop does drop on earnings, but I still YOLO'd into some calls. So I am freaking so jacked to the tits. I hope GameStop opens at $40 tomorrow and just liquidates every freaking short, every bear, every bastard that was short on GameStop. You know, these bastards are going to burn in hell, and whoever is making these articles are going to burn in the deepest depths of hell, obviously. But GameStop still has $4.6 billion in cash. So it doesn't say here, you know, that they invested into anything yet with that $4.6 billion. They're just sitting on it. They could really do anything with that money. And now that they're not going to dilute, that means they're chilling with $4.6 billion. Obviously, they could probably dilute sometime in 2025. But if GameStop does have a huge run this year, dilution is not going to stop it. It is not going to slow it down. And Roaring Kitty knows this. I believe he knows it is time to freaking pounce and send this stock skyrocketing. Not only that, but we've covered two important, very important indicators on GameStop stock, things that haven't happened literally since December of 2020. That happened last month in November. So in November, the MACD crossed the center line for the first time, something that happened in December of 2020. And also in November, the Bollinger Band started to open up on the monthly, something that hasn't happened since December of 2020. The following month after these two things happened, GameStop shot up 1,600%. The following month after November is where we are at right now. We are 1 month later after these two indicators started flashing freaking green. Haven't done this in 4 years, since December of 2020. Now it is December of 2024, 4 years later, and GameStop looks like it's about to explode. But that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did make it to the end of the video and you haven't subscribed yet, what the heck are you guys doing? Make sure to go down and subscribe. We are only 90 subscribers away from hitting 7,000 apes, 7,000 GameStop and AMC investors. So if you haven't subscribed yet, what the heck are you guys doing? Go down and subscribe. It is going to get crazy over these next couple of trading days. But I will keep you guys updated on what happens with GameStop and AMC stocks, so make sure to stay tuned on my channel. And I'll catch you guys in my next video. As y'all know, I'm buying the dip.
Here we go, come on, push it, buying the dip, here we go, come on, push it.